Hello, and welcome to the Limworld of Darkness. This is a scene for the Changeling venue, and so only the Changeling venue. This is their monthly court. It's an open court, and a chance for people to schmooze, introduce themselves, get the lay of the land, plot points. And it's a crucial part of being a member of the Kingdom of Apples. So, you begin your scene like you have before, if you're familiar with this. You go to Taranar. That's where it's always being held now since they switched from home fires. If you have any weapons, when you go to the front, the troll guards are going to ask that they be peace knotted. If you refuse, you don't get in. A blanket level 1 sovereign has been cast, so you gotta do a willpower roll if you're going to be on anything other than your best behavior. And I'm sorry, what, Charles?
How do you peace knot the grapevines? I mean, they're already wrapped around them.
It's a chimerical enchantment. Peace knot is the term because it comes from the 14th century practice of knotting your sword to your hilt, making it uncomfortable but not impossible to draw, so nobody could make any sudden movements.
You tie the sword.
Hilt to the sword to the scabbard?
Yeah, the hilt of the sword is the big hole.
Also, have
The scabbard, so
Oh yeah, of course. Thanks, James.
yeah, so it can't be drawn.
Okay, anyways, yeah, just to make it inconvenient for you, but not impossible.
No, you can sit down and tie it. You couldn't.
Yeah, but you could do. Oh, okay, fellow ST.
You couldn't just pull it out. You need to actually untie the knot.
All right, so you guys are coming in, and it's a big gathering because it's court. Actually, about half of them are she. Mr. King Jr. there.
Hello.
You will notice some family that you haven't seen in a while.
Is it who I think it is?
Yes, it is. You recently had a nightmare about him.
Oh, this is going to be fun. So I do, yeah. And I suppose older brother there as well.
Yes. Yes, all the best things are happening in this kingdom right now. Okay. Let's see. How is everybody else coming in? If you could all briefly narrate yourselves coming in.
Arthur King Jr. walks. Sorry, go ahead, man.
No, you got.
Okay. Arthur King Jr. walks into the entrance and peace nods his long sword as requested because that's kind of what he needs to do to actually get into this place. And he kind of like looks around the place, surveys the presumed refreshments on hand, listens to the music, whatever's playing slightly, and then his eyes go straight to Papa Dearest and the older brother. Are they doing anything deviously mischievous, should I say, at present?
They're doing something with the wine. You're not sure yet, but they're just playing around with their glasses and stuff and talking. But it's your father that catches your eye and motions for you to come over in the way that you can't brush it off. You have to come over there and say hi.
Yes, Arthur summarily does that because it's father. And he summarily hurries straight over and puts on his best smile as he has always done, and just simply goes, "Hello, father. How is the wine?"
Oh, it's going to get a lot better. And you see, he's got a huge grin on his face. He's enjoying that you didn't expect to see him there. Basically, your conversation for the next couple of minutes is going to descend into him bitching about Wall Street lately, bitching about the loss of Dreamers and about House Lorelei, and also wanting to know about how your new job is going.
And Arthur will kind of just smile and nod. He's heard about the thing, what happened on Wall Street, which is utterly tragic, of course. And then he'll just He'll give the fight not so much all the big hoo-ha about what exactly happened. Yes, fucking Dragos. What exactly happened at his place of work, but he'll just say, yeah, it's okay. A little weird, but very interesting.
All right, how is Lucian coming into all this?
While he was at the castle, he was singing the song, the Mystical from Mark Ranson. You know, feel right in this motherfucker. All right, feel good in this motherfucker. All right, and then like probably he will like get kicked by the trolls, and he was like, okay, I will shut the fuck up. And he gets in, he walks in, he looks around. He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, that's all. He looks like not interested. He probably, when the trolls ask him his weapons, he just has a rusty knife, and he just eats the part, like it's the part that he holds a knife and gives the metal. See you later, and he gets in.
All right. That wine looks good enough to eat, if you know what I mean. There's always wine served at these things. It's very traditional and goes back to laws of hospitality and so forth.
Common sense, if I eat glasses, that will look bad, right?
Bad, but it wouldn't break the sovereign.
Yeah, so yeah, I will not eat.
You eating people's clothes off would break the sovereign, but the glasses, you're okay.
Okay, he will eat glasses as well. Like he will first drink he will first drink the wine. He will look at the glass and chew the glass.
Okay, Baron Valarius, Baroness Eve. How do you guys come in?
I assume we walk in, as one typically would.
Yeah,
you're not like in a wheelbarrow or anything with a troll slave pushing you in because you're so fat.
Well, I was considering doing it, dancing our way in, but that's awkward. That's awkward.
Come in pretty casually.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, as weird as it is, I think they're both pretty used to court at this point, so they kind of look like they fit in.
Yeah.
All right. You guys are actually received by some Gwydians. They want to call you over and chat with you and that kind of thing. They're already chatting to some Fiona. They want to know about the dragon, pretty much.
Lengthy discussion about the dragon, the fight, and all that.
Yep. And they, of course, sorry, Eve, everybody's thinking about mermaids right now. It's gotten through their head at this point that maybe you're not the right sort of mermaid, but maybe you know a little bit more about these right sorts of mermaids.
Well, that's better. That's a step up, so I'll take it.
Yeah, and they want your insight.
Share it. Whatever it is, share it.
And as for the rest of our filthy commoners, actually, Sir Sam, I'm sorry, you're not filthy. You're quite nice. Nyx, Sir Sam, Tribentin. You guys will in together. Actually, does Nick, come in through?
Nyx comes in.
Does he try and do anything sneaky, or he just comes in through the front door?
Nyx comes in. He notices he has a knife and he shares the grapevines out there in his horse. So yeah, let him back his little trench coat.
Okay.
And
okay, it better be peace knotted. They look at you suspiciously.
How do you peace knot think this is wrapped around me?
They put a charm on it.
All right.
That's the whole point of it. Where you need to make a willpower roll to break out. Or break it out. Okay, Sir Sam, they're pleased to see you, and they treat you with a special sort of deference. Your name consistently keeps on coming up, because you keep on being awfully silly.
I will smile to them and offer them a polite bow in return. It's an honor to see you gentlemen again. If I could please ask you to help me peace bond my axe, I would be very honored. And I will offer them my axe to do so.
Okay, and they do that. Tribentin, when you actually get through, you notice that there's more It's probably the biggest amount of slua here that you've ever seen at court.
That's awesome. Look amongst my brethren and join them.
You recognize the majority of them from the tea party. You notice that there's more than 15.
I smile to myself and go just join the group. Greeting my friends.
And they schmooze. They are still reserved, but they're warmer than they have been towards you in the past, and they want to know because your name has been tied to those that were involved in the dragon. They're also interested to know if you got that reward, whatever that was.
No, I assume they'll be happy today, whatever it's going to be. But remember, keep your chin up. You belong here just as much as I do.
They nod. Yeah, they're starting to feel that. Is Lucian dancing like that insane?
Common sense, is it bad?
I'm struggling to keep a straight face, mate.
Okay, I should stop listening to music again. Lucian is again just watching around. Like,
what an adorable little commoner. Oh, they're so quaint and cute. Look how they dance to express joy.
he has his keen eyes open. He has his keen eyes narrowed and watching around.
Sam
Sometime.
Sam will sort of smile to Tribentin, offering him a good-natured sort of expression, not wishing to directly interfere, but he will give a very friendly nod of acknowledgement, and Sam will go to try and socialize and do networking sorts of things.
Tribentin just takes his top hat off as like a nod to you.
Nyx is looking for the most vinegary wine he can, and he's just going to stay over in a nice, quiet corner because assholes.
Okay. I think then the trumpets sound. It's not the normal troll and she Gwydion guards and Fiona. This is, Kingdom of Apples guards that sound this time. They are dressed in a red and white livery that has a tree branch on it, as well as some kind of a shield motif. And before we actually talk about what's going to happen after court being formally sounded, I'm sorry. Does our own Sir William have anything to add about him coming into court?
He is he's just going to make his way in through the front door. Just a small little notebook in hand, and nothing else on him. No weapons, nothing fancy. Those who have seen him before, he's got more piercings in his ears, 6 in about each ear. When you interact with him, if you've interacted with him before, you'll notice his tongue is now bifurcated.
Jeez. I know somebody that has a tongue like that, and I can never quite... man, I'm trying to be open-minded and polite, but I'm just astounded they can talk normally.
Mm-hmm.
There,
Yeah,
I said it.
Some freaky shit.
Apparently I'm not that open-minded. I don't know.
Let's just be honest with
however-
ourselves. That is some freaky shit.
Can I get a willpower back?
If no one minds before stuff happens,
Okay.
when Sam actually sees a good Master Constantine, he will actually step forward and offer his hand to him and say, "Well met, sir. It's very nice to see you again."
Howdy, he goes, shakes his hand. Been a while.
How have you been?
Alive, well, recovering. You notice every time he talks, he has to kind of take a minute to compose himself. And you're not sure if that's maybe because of the recent healing on the tongue, or the protocol laid down to prevent him from being that guy.
Sam is trying to be discreet about it. Sam is more than happy to hang out with you.
Alright. That works.
Okay, and as you go through, there is no guard at Tar-Nar that's going to stop a knocker unless they're damn sure at this point because of all the stuff that happened with the knockers last year. So despite your interesting appearance, they're not going to say anything to you. They're not going to remind you about the Sovereign or remind you about the peace nodding and stuff. They'll quietly, do it for you, and you go right in.
Kind of nod. And then
Okay.
I believe it's go time.
Alrighty. So these new guys have sounded that court is to begin. And don't they look smart and dashing in their red and white robes? And at this, Queen Mab herself is led down the long procession that is cleared between the crowd, and she takes her seat right beside the throne that Queen David inhabited. And you notice, actually, right next to her, made out of a material that you would need to have a higher level of gray mare to understand, appears to be some other sort of perch. It's not really a throne. It's something, though. It looks really slick and wet and oily. Anyways, at that, good evening, everybody. Thank you for attending. I believe we can call court to order now. Now,
Then
yes.
she enters, Lucian's eyes like eyes open. He looks straight away to the lady entered.
She is a dignified woman. Hard to tell. Somewhere in, and I apologize for this picture, but the outfit is just so freaking stunning. She actually is somewhere in her 60s. She spent quite a lot of time in the Dreaming, or else she would be somewhere in her 80s right now. But she always carries herself with dignity and poise. Fair skin, blonde hair, blue eyes, and a fondness for apples and shiny things. But
Upon the queen, I'm sorry. Upon the queen's entrance, Sam would have actually knelt.
Okay. You are the only one kneeling, so she will catch your eye and smile very faintly, but in a way that says, "It's all right. It's all right." But don't take any liberties. No. She is now seated, and she begins to tell everybody that, of course, what must be on their minds is the dragon. She has it on good authority that the dragon has been so cleverly and thoroughly befuddled that she does not see it causing any more trouble for the foreseeable future. Things are not ideal because there is no longer any guardian over Wall Street, and the dreamers there are apparently equally befuddled and confused. And this most likely will trickle down to the rest of the Kithain's dreamers in this kingdom, and perhaps in America. It depends. The dreaming of Nasdaq has not been affected yet. She knows that it has been some months that she has sat court without any regent, and she wants to reassure everybody that she's close to making her decision. But it is not as easy as, or Caliburn was a once in a century experience. a legendary artifact, choosing a high ruler for us all. And we cannot be so lucky, and we cannot rely on it. We have to use our best judgment, and these things might take time. She goes on to the next thing that she knows all of you must have noticed. The merfolk are here. They, while not Kithain, are creatures of the dreaming, that sought our help. And she would like to give you all a blanket reminder that, for now, these creatures are our guests, and to be treated with hospitality. And at that, long doors open. And remember how I made that joke about a wheelbarrow earlier? It's a massive gilded bathtub. Gold and jewels and pearls abound in this thing that is being pushed by a bunch of she-men. Pushed and dragged and shoved. But they are doing their best to look dignified. She cannot be made to look foolish, damn it, and that's what we're sticking to.
So William will kind of tosses on over to the door, see what goes through, and you can hear him audibly choke on his own words.
Nexus is going to give a little, very dignified smile. He is going to quite shout. Yes.
He just shakes his head.
Tribentin looks over and whispers to his fellow Slua, I didn't think that she were capable of manual labor.
What did enter?
For right now, it looks like just a massive, massive golden bathtub being pushed and shoved in by she.
Can I?
These she have any, like, insignia on them?
Oh, God, no. No, these are squires, to be honest. These are a bunch of squires. Yeah, I know. I know you were hoping for some Gwydian knights, but...
Well, mostly on... Well, Andre, wrong character. Mostly Arthur at that point. Trying to keep a straight face, he'll kind of look over towards Greyjoy, his older brother, see what his reaction is before he'll go over to his father, Blackcairn, and see what his reaction is going to be. I think that's going to be most interesting.
The father, his laughter gets a little bit high-pitched as he swallows it in the wine. Your brother looks fascinated, though, and I think he's just as interested in you as you are to figure out the names of each of these she.
Yeah. Typical Greyjoy, typical father.
All right. This bathtub has been dragged out, and at that, Mab and I would like to say actually that most of the she, privately, they might have their thoughts about squires pushing around a bathtub, and they might range to, yeah, that's what you do when you're a squire, to, they're she, how could they? But Mab and most of the other she are keeping stoic. At this, Mab says, I would like to introduce to everybody Her Majesty, Queen Qualyssa of House Lorelei. And from that, the water bubbles up, and from it appears Saskia.
Hi.
Do I read it? Do I read correctly? Like that person is appearance 15 or just 4?
This is appearance 4.
Oh, okay. Like I just like
appearance 4
is a fish woman.
I just try to imagine what would
That cracks me up.
15, like appearance 15 would look like. So like I just saw that is a,
basically appearance 15 would be the equivalent of they show like 1/12 of their ankle, and that's enough wank bag material to last you 5 years.
Okay, Lucian's
Well,
eyes.
for you it is 15 from now
No,
on.
no, no, it's not. It's not. For Travis, it's 15. Travis, not Travis.
Oh. And we
Lucian's,
joke that Marco was a bloody chubby chaser out of all of us.
Lucian is eyes just like this. He smiles, and like the kid in the photo. And yeah, he just looks around.
Now I need to make an overlay that says, "Is a seal woman."
Yeah, so Qualyssa stands up from out of the bathtub and she kind of sits on the edge and she just looks around the room.
By the way, the large rock is provided for your use. It's from one of your kingdoms, that special stone that they use. So you can stay in the bathtub, or you could go and sit next to her.
Mm-hmm. And she first just looks around. She looks around the crowd, and she looks at everybody who's trying to keep their faces straight. And there's not a single muscle
not keeping
on
the
her.
face straight.
There is not a single muscle on her face that even hints at a smile or anything. As she slowly gets from the bathtub and sits down next to Queen Mab.
I'm just gonna say Eve is smiling, but she's also like pretty much nodding quite respectfully.
There's
Which
a
might end up being the only Selkie in the room.
there's a disrespectful bow and a nod.
Queen Qualyssa and myself will be coordinating together to assure that the mermaids have a smooth transition. At this point, I imagine most of you aren't sure if she can speak English or not.
I'm guessing she can.
Etiquette would dictate to shut your mouth until somebody else makes the mistake.
What does common sense tell me?
Common sense would tell you that there would probably be an interpreter here if she had no idea what you guys were saying right now.
Mm.
Yeah, so don't call her a fish woman.
Again, William goes to open his mouth and audibly chokes on his own words.
Sam will offer a very knightly bow to the visiting dignitary.
She'll reply with a tiniest nod. She once again looks through the room. We thank you for your hospitality. It kind of sounds like every word that she's speaking is an effort.
If any of you spot any of the subjects of Queen Qualyssa's domain that are in need of assistance, that have not located their brothers or sisters, you may come straight to us. It is very important. These creatures are precious. At that, she says, and also, we have somebody else that would like to make a small announcement. Our own dear and her words are very measured at this point, as she gives absolutely no title. Daughter of King Melish Faerlyth ni Eiluned. Hey guys, Faerlyth has come to the Kingdom of Apples, and yeah, those were the Red Branch Knights that were sounding everybody in. She comes up and has a chair brought out for her, just a regular chair. There's so many. Oh no! Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I take that back. Of course, because King David made a chair for his High Queen to sit in. She doesn't get to claim the High Queen seat right now, so she will stand in front of it as she says, "Hello, everybody. I am so happy to come back up here. I am pleased to announce that at the request of Sir Rychard, I will be building a Colosseum for him, and I believe he wants to use it for official sporting events. I have met Sir Rychard on multiple occasions and believe him to be one of the best Gwydians after my dear husband that I have ever met. Myself and my crew of people that use Dreamcraft will be here for the next month at least. Also, Queen Mab, I did hear that you were talking about a regent a little bit earlier. And Queen Mab stops. She says yes, because she knows theoretically, of course, that Faerlyth could have asserted herself and tried for the regency position on multiple times, but she hasn't yet. She goes, "Do you have anything to add to that?" "Why, yes. I've been talking to a fellow that I think is quite clever and would do quite a lot of good for this land." "Yes, who is that?" says Queen Mab, who realizes that she has been painted into a corner. "But we'll ride this out." "Why, Count Prospero, of course. He's from my own house, Eiluned. He's been writing me, and he has some fascinating ideas." "Really?" "I agree, that is fascinating," says Queen Mab. Right then, Faerlyth, thank you for your input, and I wish you the best with your Colosseum. "Well, thank you. Oh, and by the way, everybody, these are none other than the Red Branch Knights, if y'all didn't know. And for those that have never met Faerlyth, it might be misread that she's making a calculated ploy to see if you understand politics enough to understand who the Red Branch Knights are and what they represent. To those that have met Faerlyth, she actually is just introducing her friends. All right.
My face remains stoic as I watch this. This is politics that
God, I'm gonna laugh so hard later. It's ridiculous.
All right. Queen Mab, at this point, trying to move everything along and to regain her composure, although she kept herself very composed for most of this. And now asked if anybody here would like to announce themselves to the court. Do we have anybody that is from a neighboring kingdom? Are we lucky enough to have any newly chrysalis changelings here? Have any childlings been born?
Lucian raises hands.
Next words.
Oh, Lucian raises his hand.
Like, yeah, or like he raises his hand and looks around. He doesn't say anything to be respectful.
One long hand of hers comes out, and her index finger slowly crooks towards her. She doesn't say anything, but it's very clear that she wants you to come up. And does Nyx announce himself as well?
Next force, but him being slow, you probably won't be able to hear him say me, 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 me. In fact, he probably won't go me, me, me. He'll just step forward.
All right. So Nyx and Lucian come up.
Lucian comes up. He's addressing the queen, right?
Yes, he is.
And he waits the queen to say something. Like, he looks around to understand, does he allow to speak?
Children of the Dreaming, where do you come from?
At Christmas, a little over a week ago.
Oh, you truly are a child, then. And you?
I chrysalised 2 weeks ago.
Do you intend on making this kingdom your home?
I do, if I'm allowed.
Yeah, so I'm not going to whisper the whole time. That just kills my throat.
She stands up at this point. Once, we were a nation at war. It was a long war, and it almost lasted as long as the Accordance War. It broke our hearts that we had to impose rules during that time, but it was for the safety of all. I'm announcing here and now that from this month onward, no new changelings need swear fealty to me. It is enough that you are here. You are so new and so fresh that you need time to learn the importance of oaths. If after some time you wish to make your way in the courts, and especially under my house, then consider taking an oath of fealty to this kingdom. But from now on, it will not be required. And at that, she dismisses both of you.
My queen is the most generous. And he starts going back.
Nyx gets a little bow because he does have etiquette. And heads back over to his little corner and starts sipping on his vinegar again.
Okay. Okay, she likes that. All right. She said, she again turns the conversation back to the dragon. And now that we know where the kingdom stands, now that we know that the great dragon is, while not subdued, thoroughly confused, recognition is in order. Sir Sam, Knight of the Realm, please come forth.
As my queen wishes. And Sam will step forward. And just to let you know, Sarah, what I was rolling earlier was a perception. Sorry, I just want to make sure I have the right one, because I tend to forget things. Alertness to sort of gauge how the queen was feeling when the High Queen was speaking. But Sam step forward.
That would be empathy, man.
Or, sorry, but just trying to get a read on her. But anyway.
If you want a general read, there's something slightly more going on. But it requires quite a lot of talking to understand more than that. But, yes. Of course, there's more than meets the eye. It should be politics. All right.
But as Sam steps forward, he will again take a knee before the queen. How may I serve you, my lady?
You are already a Knight of the Realm, and so young. I hear that you have not even been properly saned.
Sam looks a bit nervous at this, but he, being an honest person, he will say, my queen, this is true.
Do not be uncomfortable. These are the things legends are made of. Word has gotten back of your deeds with the dragons. And I confess it was not my own house, but it was a society that asked after you. As soon as they came here to the Kingdom of Apples, they called for a reunion with myself and my knights. The Red Branch Knights would like to extend to you the opportunity in a month's time, so you have a month to think on this and prepare if you need to take the Fior-Righ to join the Red Branch Knights.
Sam looks a bit stunned.
You would need to swear fealty to the kingdom, which I believe you have already done. But that would be it, along with the Fior-Righ.
If my queen would permit, may I ask you only a few questions, just so that I fully understand what is happening here? Sam looks
Yes, go ahead.
genuinely excited and nervous, and a whole bunch of like, oh my god, but he's trying to keep it all in. You know, it's like an emotional sandwich. but when you say an oath to the king, do you mean the Kingdom of Apples, or the overall kingdom of and Sam kind of struggles for names. I'm also having trouble out of character, so I'm
Okay. Then let me just clarify out of character real briefly. The Red Branch Knights are actually, back in the day, they were David's personal guard. These were the best of the best. Think of the King's Guard from Game of Thrones. Except for, it's Changeling, so not as much of a focus on virginity.
oh my god.
but anyways, this is a very, very honorable position. You would be interested in, of course, who's going to be the next High King or Queen. You would be interested in protecting Mab and any regents at this point. You would be in the thick of politics at this point, and you would be in some of the most dangerous situations. You do a lot of... this is the Secret Service of the Changelings to some extent.
Except, supposedly more chivalrous than some of the secret police we know in history.
Politics.
Yeah. My queen, I am honored.
Do not give an answer yet. You have a month.
I would just like to say that it was not. I was honored to help in any way that I could, but those who, in my view, should truly be honored, and Sam keeps his head bowed because he's just really overwhelmed by this tremendous OMG moment. But the Honorable Baron Valarius and the esteemed Kegoma of House Fiona are equally, if not more so, a far more integral part of events more than I, and also the good Sir Rychard, and also even the good lady Eve, as well as the esteemed personage of the good Master Tribentin. of the um.
Ah, yes, Tribentin. I did want to speak with him.
But
Tribentin, is he here today?
all of these honorable people have have helped this kingdom. Though I'm honored that you thought of me, or that I was even considered. If there is nothing else, my queen, I will humbly ask for your leave.
You have it.
And Sam will stand and offer a very polite bow to the queens. Please excuse me. And Sam will sort of try to find a spot by some of his friends to help kind of quietly maybe help him work through his sense of overwhelming holy crap that's sort of going on through his heart and his head.
Okay. She did call out for a Tribentin. Is he here?
Tribentin steps forward and takes his top hat off out of respect.
Okay. She smiles. You're a war hero. I've heard your name before.
I'm humbled.
I confess, do not know how best to please the Slua. I am told that were I to offer you jewels and pretty things, it wouldn't be to your liking. Is that true?
That is correct.
I have heard, though, from a dear friend at the Parliament of Dreams, that perhaps new views are needed. And she looks at you with a very calculating look, but there's a smile in there too. Her eyes are dancing. She wants you to say the words before she does.
If I may make a suggestion.
Yes.
For too long, the Slua have been either ignored or completely mistrusted. There is a stigma attached to us that I wish to alleviate. The Slua are and forever will be a political force. I have several Slua who hold this view. He points to all of his friends. The Slua wish a seat in the Parliament of Dreams with me as its advocate.
Oh, let me get some fate dice. This is just the crowd's reaction.
Is it okay if the players have their own?
Yeah. Have fun with that. Dress it up.
Here.
I'm cool with it. Applause.
Okay, yeah, there's no overtly negative reactions that happen. My, aren't we becoming a cosmopolitan kingdom?
Boo, get back on your toilet.
Lean over to whoever's next to him and go, well, that's, I think, the biggest set of balls I've ever seen.
Lucian was waiting for negative applause, no negative reaction, because he was going to do that as well, and nobody did. He was like, yeah, fuck. So.
Bravo, good sir, bravo!
This is just too new to this to care.
Okay, that Queen Qualyssa?
Yeah, throughout the round of applause and everything, Queen Qualyssa, she rises from her seat and she just looks through. She actually looks straight ahead as she shakes her head. You landwalkers and your silly games. At some point, you will need to face reality. This is boring me. She will actually focus on Eve. And she squints her eyes just the tiniest bit as she recognizes, well, at least a kinship, however faint. She's doesn't seem really sure what to make of it. If
Eve?
anyone, and she looks straight at Eve, wishes to speak with me, you will find me at a later date. And with that, she will slip back into the bathtub and just one single command, not even spoken, but just with her hands. She will let the she carry her off.
Eve will meet her eyes, nod respectfully, and not say anything.
William will lean to the person that he just whispered about Tribentin's comment and go, "No, I lied. Those are bigger balls."
Sam tries not.
Arthur, for his part, just simply watches the whole thing with his older brother and father. And as soon as the Queenie has departed, he'll just kind of like lean over towards Greyjoy and just whisper to him, "Perhaps we should have offered her a glass of water."
Seriously. That gets you thirsty.
Well, jokingly, of course. And a whisper, of course.
You landwalkers. All right. But back to all this. We just had a Slua that asked for a seat on the Parliament of Dreams. That's a thing that just happened.
With her departure, Tribentin just kind of cocks his head and looks at the Queen Mab and says, "No need to worry. I've suffered worse insults before."
Queen Mab does not acknowledge that just happened. She is far too old school and poised for that shit. However, she does say, "I do not believe there are any formal Fior-Righ or anything. But I do know that 15 residing on a freehold is what is required for the Parliament of Dreams, and we will stick to those rules. Do you have 15?
Yes, I do.
Do you have a freehold?
Not one large enough.
Upon hearing your plight, I think a quest is in order. And this is something that appeases the adventure seekers that are the nobility here, as well as the prim and proper, and even the commoners love a good adventure. So yes, there's nodding here. Yes. I will be in contact with you. I just need to make sure that freehold is where I think it is. It's been a while.
I will wait eagerly.
That also reminds me. Baron Valarius. And she turns and looks straight at him.
Baron comes to the front, not needing prompting.
You rose like a meteor. Your climb to social standing was quite impressive. Especially in our house, you are a shining example in that regard, especially during the war years, or war year. I have heard that times have been complicated for you lately, but I want to tell you that the success that you have had with your own land in Kregny has not gone unnoticed. Are you familiar with the Duchy of Sales?
Yes.
It is in Rhode Island. And I believe that they are in need of a seneschal. This would be a trial period for something greater. For all of you that do not know, and she is careful to not make eye contact with anybody here, it is the counts of the world that administer a lot of the duchies, because the dukes themselves are embroiled in very complicated matters, and the day-to-day larger affairs of duchies would be too much pressure on them. What I am offering you, Valarius, is the position of Viscount of the Duchy of Sales. If, after a period to be determined by the Duke there, you are seen as a fit candidate, you undergo a Fior-Righ to become Count.
Valarius bows and I accept. Thank you.
Hurrah! Hurrah! Hurrah!
Yeah! Eve is doing pretty well out of her husband there.
Nope. Apparently she is doing pretty good, in theory, if what you're looking for is rank.
Last but not least, she says, I was ever so hopeful that this famous Sir Rychard would be here tonight. I see also that a certain issue by the name of Kegoma appears not to be here.
I shall let them know, my queen, that they were sorely missed.
Thank you. I understand that they are both in your service.
Yes, as well as one other, I have another foster by the name of Sir Alexander Shaw of House Lorelei.
House Liam.
Yes, my queen.
Well, you do heap on the responsibility. I would love for you to bring him to court at some point. But do tell Sir Rychard and Kegoma that they've been very naughty.
Yes, my queen.
And she smiles like it's, yeah. All right. Does anybody have any news of the realm at this point? Anything that we already do not know?
Sam will actually raise his hand.
Oh yes, Sir Sam.
Please forgive me, my queen. There are certain things that I am presently not sure of, but since you have asked me, I feel I must tell you that there is a rather urgent matter that I feel should at least be brought forward to your attention. If you would prefer to hear it in private, I would of course understand. But if you...
Are any of the matters concerned delicate in nature?
They could be.
All right, then let's wait. Queen Mab, you can see on her face, has had enough surprises today.
And Sam looks very apologetic, but he wants to do things as properly as he could.
At that, one of Eve would probably recognize these people. They are those same ambassadors from House Aesin.
Oh, them.
Yeah, those rude, weird people that kind of look like Barbie doll Vikings.
Yep.
They announced that some nobles from their land are going to be coming down. They had an interest in what happened with the dragon here, and also what's been happening with the adhene. To anybody that's been hanging out with the Selkies lately, you could probably guess at this point that the adhene seem to be... All the problems we had last year are descending on all the other dream kingdoms of the world now. And everybody is kind of looking at the Kingdom of Apples to see how did they manage this with the adhene, because it seems insurmountable now. All right, there is no further news. At this point, formal open court has been closed. Feel free to schmooze and talk and so forth. Queen Mab is leaving.
Yummy,
Trumpets
yummy,
sound.
yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Can I possibly walk up to try to speak to her for a moment? I just didn't want to do it in front of everybody.
Oh, Queen Mab?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, she wants to keep you happy. Certainly.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to approach. I just wanted to approach her and, you know, be respectful. But I don't know if you knew, and I didn't get the chance to tell Queen Qualyssa, but I have a house full of merfolk at the moment. I thought she might like to know, and since she left, I thought perhaps you could tell her.
You have a house full of merfolk right now.
Yeah. I offered them a place to stay. I offered them a place to stay.
She starts laughing, like, what a world. That is fascinating. Okay, how did this happen?
Well, when things went down with the dragon the first time, my husband kind of got one out of there. She was mentally, she was pretty scarred. I got her to my place because I thought at least it's by the water, it's better, you know. And so she stayed with me for a few days, and then later on, when they went after the dragon the second time, I obviously didn't do all of that, being, you know, rather unable. So, but I did meet a whole bunch of merfolk who were looking for their sisters, House Lorelei, like Queen Qualyssa is. And I offered to let them stay because they didn't seem to have anywhere else to go.
Oh, word to the wise. House Lorelei and Melusine. I don't understand. I freely admit I don't understand all of it. But there's something going on between those two groups right now. Very well. This unique situation will be taken care of tonight. I will send some, whatever honorable male changelings I can find, I suppose. I will send them down there. They will wear, they will wear my livery. You will know them that way.
I don't have a problem with them staying with me. I just thought that their queen might like to know that they're, you know, they're here.
My child, you will have a problem with them staying with you, if not now, then a few days from now.
They've already tried to take advantage of my one male friend.
Oh, do not let them.
I didn't. I wouldn't do that to him.
Well, there's very members of House Lorelei
I just didn't want to announce that in front of everybody.
No, some men will be coming tonight. This will be handled tonight.
Okay.
And she almost imperceptibly shakes her head like, I'm glad that was caught. And primly curtsies properly before exiting.
Yes. Curtsy and then head back towards Val.
Next is going to for any members of the House of Lorelei in court tonight and ask permission to approach any of their members. Seeing as don't get away the approaching prices that I believe have been something the house may find of value.
Sam will see Nyx and give a friendly wave.
I know exactly who Snuffy beat. They throw an axe at me.
Sorry, but out of character, I didn't understand that.
I'm not going to outright snuff you. I'm going to be polite and kind of acknowledge your way. But you did throw an axe at me the other night.
You were invisible. There was no way I could have seen you.
Anyways,
Out of character.
anyways, I'm trying to will endow a member of the House of Lorelei to their interest in a one-of-a-kind item. Right, saying what it is. I'm just saying it's one of a kind.
Sam will also go over to Kegoma and Val and Eve and give them a huge hug and give also a very friendly wave to Arthur.
Eve is actually. Go ahead.
No, sorry, go ahead.
No, if you were in the middle, keep going.
My ears are burning.
Hello, Master King. It's good to see you again.
Arthur, well, upon seeing that during the whole thing with the Queen, Arthur would have been specifically kind of pointing out Valarius to Lord Blackcarron and his older brother, as well as like any other notable people. But as soon as Sam like waves and shouts his name, he kind of like goes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm going to give this to you as a freebie. Yeah, your father and your brother definitely know Valarius. Or they know about him.
As soon as Sam says hello to him, he goes, that's over there is Sam. Went on a hunt with him once. And he just politely waves back.
Go ahead, Christy. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Just keep going.
No, I'm done now. I can add the other stuff way later.
I already typed it out on the side. It's no big deal. Just saying that Eve was going to tell Val something, that's all.
Val will nod politely.
And he'll step to his other friends and say, very quietly, because he's not trying to come off as a braggart, "Can you believe my good fortune? I can't believe it."
Val is going to whisper to you in a really comical but really funny sort of way, OMG. And just kind of laugh with you.
and Sam almost laughs so hard he almost falls down, but he manages to put a big hand on the wall and just kind of steady himself while laughing.
You did good, kid. You did good.
Congrats, Sam.
I could have done nothing without my friends. So, as far as I'm concerned, my success is your success. And
I'm not a Red Branch Knight.
Yeah, that's like big news. You're like amazing. You're amazing.
I'm sorry, soon to be Viscount Valarius. What is that? You know, and like.
Does that give me a new rank, or do I have to wait till you become a count?
No, you laugh, but Viscount is actually a real thing. James helped me out on this one. No,
it is a real
Eve
thing.
doesn't get it. She's still Baroness.
Damn, I was trying so hard too.
I'm going to head up to Tribentin. Be pleasant. Hello, Tribentin.
Hello, Nyx.
I'd like to invite you for tea in the next few days.
I cordially accept.
Thank you.
Assuming I'm not on a quest.
Yeah, actually, I'll tell you when we have tea. It's not for here.
Fair enough.
Valarius is going to kind of whisper to Sam, "We still have to take care of that thing." As he kind of says, "The thing we saw on the roof." As he kind of makes like a circle of an egg.
I am at your. I am always and ever at your disposal, my lord. You need only summon me when you have a plan that you wish my help in executing.
I need to dot a few I's and cross some few T's, but we'll talk later.
Of course, my lord. And my good friend Kegoma.
This is kind of last at Kegoma.
and Kegoma will get a big hug as well.
Kegoma had allowed himself to be seated with some issue of the court, discussing some friendly matters with his fellow Kithmates. He turns to Sam. Hey, Sam.
And as I mentioned, he gets wrapped in a big burly hug that doesn't hurt, but you can definitely feel OMG 6 dots in strength. I have such news for you.
Don't leave me in suspense.
And oh yes. By the way, your honorable liege lord has something to tell you later, but I have a month's time in which, if I feel I'm capable, that I can join the Eldritch Knights, or I'm sorry, the Red Branch Knights.
That is quite an accomplishment.
And Sam's eyes are bulging. He still can't really get over it. I don't even know what to think. I don't even feel like I've done much.
Maybe being so candid about such things isn't. This isn't the place to be so candid about such things.
I'm so happy.
Oh, definitely. Congratulations again.
Valarius is going to walk over to Kegoma and kind of a very friendly way, kind of walk past him and say, "Can I trouble you for a walk?"
Of course.
Good. As he kind of takes me out to, I suppose, like a balcony of some sort, and kind of away from the crowd a bit. The Queen specifically mentioned you.
Queen Mab?
No, the King of fucking Knives. Yes, Mab.
Holy wow. That's pretty awesome. Holy shit.
She says you've been. He kind of gives you a playful wink.
He says what?
He says that the Queen says you've been naughty. He gives you a playful wink.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. You should have been there to kind of.
Yeah, you know how the shoe thing goes. Sometimes it's kind of out of my control.
Yeah. You are prepared for your Fior-Righ next in a few weeks, right?
I am.
Okay. And with that, we'll nod politely and say I have some other issues to take care of. Not really issues, but we can talk about that later when I get everybody up to speed.
Of course.
And Val goes back over towards Eve.
Kegoma allows himself a moment to bask in that good news.
And a certain knocker is walking up to Eve.
Eve smiles. Hey, Esteban.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, I think. We survived another court.
Survived another what?
Court?
Oh yeah.
You know those things where you have to stand there and look pretty and behave? Yeah, those.
No, I don't know those too well.
I didn't say you did them well. I bet you know what they are.
Yeah, I avoid them usually.
Probably wise, considering your mouth.
Well, we still have to deliver this letter, and he holds up a letter with a seal on it and puts it back in his suit.
Which letter?
The one to the princess. The queen.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, yeah. Well, no, we delivered the one to Faerlyth. She's here now, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Right over there is Valarius kind of points.
And he does one of those like tippy toe things, like looking over the crowd.
She is a very unique person.
Are we talking like knocker talk? Unique.
Valarius kind of gives you a knowing look. We're talking, but just kind of gives you a knowing look.
I'm just going to be careful how I explain it here, actually. Let's talk later.
Okay, we'll talk later about it.
You guys think the walls don't have ears? I mean...
Oh, no, they have ears. That's why I didn't say anything else.
They are a lot of slower in this court tonight.
Yeah.
It looks kind of boring.
Well, you've missed most of it, as he looks to Esteban.
I do that on purpose.
Maybe you're the wisest of us all, then, Est. Seriously.
Hello, good friend Esteban. How are you?
It's good.
Sam steps forward and offers you a hand.
He shakes your hand.
Wonderful to see you as always.
Oh, it's good to be seen. It's good to be seen. Now that, I spent some time reading some books and talking with some people and got some more knowledge in my small little brain, expanding my horizons and all that.
Sir, my good friend, you might be gifted with many things, but you do not have a small brain at all.
I don't know. It might be small. It looks at him. Yeah, pretty small.
Can I say? It's all that time I spend in cramped indoor spaces. I gotta stretch my legs every now and again.
Oh, please. You like being cramped in small indoor places. That's what you do. It's how you survive. Oh, he's laughing because he knows I'm telling the truth.
I'm just laughing because it's all funny. The whole thing is funny.
Nick is going to walk up to Sam and kind of whisper up. You know, the other night on the rooftop with the dragon, you throw an axe and
I what?
You threw an axe at me, you idiot.
Where were you? I didn't even see you.
That was the plan.
Well, if you were invisible, how can I know you're there, you silly person?
Why are you throwing an axe on a rooftop? That's a good way to lose your axe.
Well, I found it, and I wanted to stop the dragon from taking that orb or whatever it was.
Don't worry, the dragon doesn't have the orb, it fell.
Well, I'd like to think I kind of helped with that, along with the good Baron Valarius, and obviously...
Yes, I had to play Spider-Man to survive it.
Like I said, my friend, I'm sorry, but you were invisible. I had no way of knowing you were there.
Oh, you still throwing around that little axe? No wonder you missed him.
Actually, I hit him, thank you.
Oh my god. Can we not have people try to sell stuff while we're over here?
You hear my son's next listener coming.
William's gonna walk back in from the outside.
And suddenly, Esteban turns around, looks over, is like, I smell ink. William, where the frick have you been?
Fucking state licensing boards. Also, renting a new shop, getting medical clearance, and recovering from surgery. As he says that, you'll notice his tongue is bifurcated.
Oh.
And he's got like 7 or 8 piercings in each ear.
You been hanging out with Red Craps a little bit?
Fucking amateur hour over there.
Oh dear.
Well, come by my shop. I got stuff for you to do.
I got things I need to do too. I've got plans.
Oh, my plans are done. We're in construction.
Ah. Well, I'll see if I'm any good at it.
All right. Hey, he turns around back to Sam and the Sua. And because you've asked, I'll not talk business Tuesday.
Wait, we don't talk business?
I just got asked to not to. So, you know, I'll refrain today.
That's right, I'm in charge around here.
The Baroness.
You're only now, my dear.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there's an echo, pretty bad.
It's awesome.
Sorry.
I'm just gonna say that.
It's okay.
Next gonna go saying like, you know something, I'm not mad about getting extra on them, but just a little forethought before you go throwing axes on rooftops.
By the way, I don't think I know you.
With all due respect, I've apologized twice already, and it's not my fault you were invisible.
No, dude, it's fine. You don't kill a dragon face to face. You poison the fucker.
I prefer heavy artillery airstrikes.
I prefer whatever gets it done quietly and with minimal risk.
I like giant explosions.
They are fun.
Just kind of points at Esteban.
No, explosions are great. We're all about the explosions around here.
Explosions are indeed nifty.
Oh, I do apologize. My name is Nix.
Nice to meet you, Nix. Esteban Nail Kitbash, son of Saladin.
Hi, I'm Eve.
Hi. I'm just Val. Don't worry about the other stuff.
Hey, if I can do it, it's kind of amusing to watch Val, like, do it.
Papa Val cow sounds so much nicer.
Hey.
skip these titles. Nobody cares.
I will always celebrate a friend's success, and I don't care who knows I'm celebrating.
Well, you had a bit of success yourself, didn't you, Sam?
Yeah, Red Branch Knight. Oh, No, but seriously, they don't ask just anybody to be part of them. That's really prestigious.
So I've heard.
Yep. So, here, let me see your axe. And he holds out his hand.
Oh my God! No, stop it,
Sam hands him his axe, I guess.
guys.
All
It's
right.
It's peacetime. Remember, you have to like do something to be able to pull your weapon out.
He holds it out like by the end, like it's some dirty thing, and he sets it down, and he pulls out a bag and pulls out something, and he's really struggling. Take that one, and then he takes yours and drops it back into the other bag.
Excuse me.
And he'll just kind of look at what Esteban has dropped.
It's a troll weapon. It's a hill axe.
Sam will look to Esteban and
okay.
and say and say very quietly as he very reverently takes the familiar axe. I'm sorry, I'll be right back. And he goes to get this one piece bonded, and he comes back and he says very quietly, "Are you sure, my friend? I understand that I still have an outstanding debt with you."
Kind of waves his hand. You got some success. It's time to celebrate it. Shut up and take it.
And make sure you tell everybody where you got it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Rest assured,
Look, there's not a glowing logo on the side. You know we can fix that.
Next time you throw it, you won't miss anything you're hitting, or anything nearby, or anything nearby that thing that's nearby.
Oh my gosh.
So it's the shotgun of the axe world.
It's just gonna look over the way. Excuse me, sir, but did you do those yourself, or?
Yeah, I made it myself. See the nice decaling on the handle there? It's a little bit of filigree work I put in, and those jets on the back. Yeah, fire comes out of those. It looks really awesome when you swing it. Just don't swing it in here. Yeah, it's peacetime, so that'd be bad.
Well, it's okay. I've got it piece bonded, but out of character, can I ask you a quick favor?
Oh, see what it does? Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, because the STs are going to need to know this.
Well, it's on my blue booking page, so they already do, but I'll just link it for you.
Thank you. I'm so speechless. And Sam actually gets kind of teary-eyed.
Somebody have a really big hanky?
I'm sorry I didn't bring it back with me.
I shall always strive to be worthy of the honors you have all given me.
Okay, guys. At this, if anybody else has anything to add, add it now. Otherwise, let's call court.
Okay. I just need to ask you a quick out of character. When would it be okay for Sam and Kegoma to have that meeting with the Queen?
Sam probably isn't going to have a meeting with the Queen. The Queen has super, super busy. She does want to see Kegoma, and she wants to see Sir Rychard.
Well, the Queen's rep then, so that they can...
Yeah, that might happen, but really I think you want to be speaking to the Red Branch Knights.
That too,
but anyways, it'll be soon.
Okay, alright.
You can always send a note to the Queen if you can't get in touch with her.
Or you can just give it to Val, but give it to the Queen. This way she'll definitely get it.
Okay, so if you want to do a follow-up later, I can do that. I need Kegoma to be there too, so.
Alright, everybody. Well, at that, I'm just going to call this scene. Y'all have a good night now, okay?